Derek Hansen here, and I just want to comment on an article I published recently on curved manual treadmills. And if you haven't seen the article yet, you can go to sprintcoach.com and it's on there. And one of the things that was interesting is I published this on Monday and got a lot of responses right away. And the most interesting responses were, well, and I reviewed four different treadmills, four different brands of curved treadmill. And then a lot of the responses I got were, well, have you tried this one? Or we even have a better treadmill and this wasn't even better. And so my reaction was, that's great. I'm glad you have a better treadmill. But the whole point of the article too was I went through and I, tried and had other people try four different treadmills in a very relatively short span of time to get a sense of what the differences were and just the concept of the curved manual treadmill, because it seems like it's got some attention lately. And I was hoping more people would kind of chime in and talk about their experiences, but more importantly, like how many people have gone and tried different ones, because there are some significant differences in my opinion of these different treadmills, and it's important to figure out, okay, what do I want out of the treadmill? Is it just kind of cool? Is it different? Does it actually have a place? In my opinion, there is an application if you can't do a lot of running outside at high speeds, and maybe, it's snowing, or maybe it's too hot. Maybe you're not near a track, or it's dark and you don't want to go out and run in the dark. So there's some legitimate reasons to use these types of treadmills, and I've never really been a treadmill guy in the past. If I got on a motorized treadmill, it just didn't feel right. So this was something different. It was introduced to me. I thought I'd try it. And when you get on these treadmills, there is a coordination component, probably just like any other treadmill. You have to get used to the balance required to be on a curved deck, and the faster you want to go, the more you move forward up to the front of the deck, which then becomes a little more unstable. So I don't necessarily think that just simply running on these things makes you a better runner. I think there's some attributes that can carry over to natural running, and like I said, it's a substitute. It's not a bad substitute, but it's not a replacement. It's more of a supplemental thing you would do if you were away from a track or a proper field for a certain amount of time, and this is all you had access to. So in that sense, it's very interesting, but I'd like to hear more feedback about, somebody's use, personal application of the treadmills, comparing different ones in a constructive way. And it's not just because mine is better or this one, I have no vested interest in any of these companies. But I just thought it was interesting to try, and see what the differences were, and if they had some reasons behind the differences, if they had some good coaches and runners involved, and even researchers involved in the use of the treadmills and the development of the treadmills. I don't know if that's the case, but generally, get more data. I want people to get more data. Data doesn't mean necessarily putting it in spreadsheets. It means getting more information and relaying it back and finding out, okay, maybe this particular treadmill is good for this, and this other one is better for this. And that's the kind of information I'm looking for. And if somebody has a great treadmill out there and you want me to try it, yeah, sure, I'll try it. Hopefully there's one in my city. But I think it's of value to the different manufacturers to have as many people try them as possible. And sometimes comparisons are good. Try our treadmill and then try somebody else's, and maybe you find some good things about ours, maybe you find some good things about theirs. But I think that kind of competition is good. If there's just one curved treadmill company, I don't think it would have as big an impact. So there's definitely some value in having competition and having choice. So that's what I got out of it, and hopefully other people can get out there, especially now that we're in the winter, and some parts of the continent, or if you're from a different continent, it's not the greatest weather. If you're in Australia and it's too hot outside, get on a curved treadmill and send me your feedback, but I want to collect more information on this, and maybe it'll lead to better product development. But definitely interested, and if you haven't checked out the article, please check it out on sprintcoach.com. I'll also be posting it on strengthpowerspeed.com, and I'll post excerpts of this video on different social media outlets as well. So, just trying to push the curve. No, yeah, just trying to get more information out and also prompt people to talk more about these types of subjects and new technologies. Thank you very much.